folks. Welcome to the 57th edition of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quiz master of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe, and I congratulate you on being the few who are not watching the Bucks game right now, especially if you're in Milwaukee or the surrounding area. You've made a choice, and I thank you for that. I'm not going to say whether or not it's the correct choice, but you've made a choice. Also here, the man running the show, the man who is also not watching the Bucks game, along with us combined. It's Tom Hillmeyer, the producer. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm frustrated, Dan.
Explain.
Spectrum sucks.
I think that's all the explanation that people need.
We both are having issues right now.
We are.
So it's a building thing. We
Yes.
should move.
The internet keeps dropping out. We called to get help. I called yesterday to get help, and the guy on the phone was like, okay, we can have somebody out there Thursday at 5. And I was like, what? And then Tom called today, and they're like, we could have somebody out there tomorrow at 11.
AM.
Yeah, so obviously, one of us was lied to.
I also love how it's an apartment building. I told them, I'm like, do I need to call the building manager or anything? And they're like, no. Okay.
No, we'll get in.
I guess I have, if they need the basement or something, I have a key to the basement.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
At my old apartment, the guy had to come into my apartment and replace the cord that was coming into my unit
Oh.
because it had curly-cued like a pigtail, which is why the internet was so slow and kept dropping out.
Oh. Well, I guess that may happen here. I don't know.
I don't know.
The cable hasn't moved, and we both are having issues, and you said it's been 2 weeks,
Yes.
and show last week was when we first started having issues.
We started this episode out on really riveting conversation.
I mean, it's only the boring people who are here playing.
Wow!
All the cool people are watching the basketball.
Wow! To me, you're the cool people. You're so cool, you get to learn how to play Fast Facts Live.
Vroom vroom. I'm Charty. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Here's how to play. There will be 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You will have 20 seconds to answer each question. Dan will ask you the questions here in the live stream, and you will submit your answers in ChartyBot. ChartyBot can't move forward to the next question unless you submit an answer for the previous question. So even if you don't know an answer, type something in. If an answer is submitted too late, it will not be accepted. You can use the menu in ChartyBot to catch up or move to a specific question if you fall behind. After each round, ChartyBot will ask you if you want to use your double or nothing. If you use your double or nothing and have answered every question correctly, you will get twice as many points for that round. If you missed at least one question in that round, you will get 0 points for that round. You may use your double or nothing once per game, so use it wisely. Our final question is the Hail Mary question. ChartyBot will ask you to wager between 0 and 10 points. Once all of the wagers are in, Dan will present the Hail Mary question. If you answer correctly, you will earn the amount you wagered, but if you get it wrong, you will lose that amount. A tiebreaker question will be asked to everyone after the Hail Mary, but will only be used in the event of a tie for first place. Don't cheat, think fast, and have fun. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Start your engines, and good luck.
We say start your engines and good luck to all of these teams that are playing this week. We've got the Puzzling Dramagoons, Mama Boomer's Back, Screen Porch Trivia Team, Flew Away, Too Much Asparagus, Berserkly, Tiny Earthquake, Medium Shock, California, Here They Come, Saturn's Moon Titan, Tumbleweeds, The Lucky Lipomas, Mila, Team 1, and Singular Olaf Cool Kid, Frowny Cryy Face. Thank you all for playing. Let's get into the game. Round 1 this week is volcanoes, or as Tom calls them, the Boom Boom Mountains that make the fire thing. Question 1. Which former 00 plays a volcanologist in the 1997 disaster film Dante's Peak? 20 seconds. Question number 2. The deadliest and most economically destructive volcano event in U.S. history occurred on May 18, 1980, in what U.S. state? Question number 3. Volcanoes are most often formed when what part of the Earth's structure converge or diverge? Question number 4. What word is used to describe the flow of hot gas and volcanic matter, typically the most deadly part of an eruption? This is worth 5 points. And question 5. Which U.S. national park is actually sitting on top of a super volcano caldera, last erupting only about 650,000 years ago? And that is it for round number 1. If you are a big boom boom mountain boy or girl, double or nothing. I don't know what that means. To address criticism that I haven't received yet, but I'm sure I will, I know my hat is tilted. It fits my head better that way. Wearing my hat like this feels weird. This feels normal. I'm sorry
so
that
your
I'm
head
too
is
cool.
misshapen.
Yeah,
Okay.
my giant ass head is weirdly
slightly
oblong.
to the right.
Yeah, my Neanderthal head with my strong brow bone and a ridge going along the top of my head. Surprisingly, hats don't fit it too well.
Yeah, neither do mine.
Problems.
I know, right?
This episode of Fast Facts Live is sponsored by Our Problems. Let's move to round 2. In round 2, our actors by country of origin will give you their name and their picture. You just have to tell us where they're from. It's pretty simple. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Where is he from? Question 2. Hey look, it's Barkhad Abdi from the Safdie Brothers film Good Time. But where's he from? I'm going to give you 2 pronunciations for number 3. It's either Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot, but where is she from? Tom came up with a rhyme for Gal Gadot. He went, it's Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot, tell me or not.
But you have to because ChartyBot won't move forward unless
Exactly.
you say something. So please guess.
It's a rhyme for artistic sake, not for functionality. Question 4. Where's Audrey Hepburn from? Number 5, we were talking about whether or not Audrey Hepburn has a chin. But this is actress number 5, Lupita Nyong'o. Where is she from? And that is it for our actors. Double or nothing if you have been on E! News. I don't know if any of you have. It'd be cool if you were, though. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for rounds 1 and 2 and more on Fast Facts Live, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, we're back! Did it work?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, baby!
I'm gonna do that again. Hey everyone, we're back!
Yeah, baby!
Yeah, that's good.
Let's go into the answers. For volcanoes, which former 00 played a volcanologist in the 1997 disaster film Dante's Peak? Pierce Brosnan. The deadliest and most economically destructive volcanic event in U.S. history occurred on May 18, 1980 in what U.S. state? That was Washington State, and it was the eruption, or explosion, rather, of Mount St. Helens.
Pyroclastic explosion.
Well, way to give away the next one. Nope. Give away 2 from now. Spoilers. Volcanoes are often formed when what part of the Earth's structure converge or diverge? That are tectonic plates. This question, pyroclastic flow.
This is a fun word.
It is, pyroclastic. It sounds like how you would describe somebody who really is like well trained at lighting things on fire.
Yeah, because pyro is explosions.
And clastic sounds like classic.
Yeah. I think it's put together because it's an explosion, so pyro, and then clastic is like, sort of like from cataclysm.
Are you making this up?
cataclystic? Yeah. Cataclystic. Pyroclastic is something that's cataclystic with explosions.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And question 5. Which U.S. national park is actually sitting on top of a supervolcano caldera? That is Yellowstone. If it's on top of a volcano, shouldn't it be called Redstone? I think this is the sound effect that goes on for 30 seconds. So I'm going to keep going. To round 2. Actors by country of origin. Is it still going? Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Actors by country of origin. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I stopped it.
Darn it. He's from Austria. Barkat Abdi. Well, he's from Somalia. Gal Gadot. She's from Israel. No rhyme. Audrey Hepburn. We accepted 2 answers for this. Belgium or the UK, because she grew up in Belgium, but also summered or grew up at the same time in the UK.
What specific part of the UK?
Gloucestershire, Worcestershire upon Thingston Forward.
The upon is the best part.
And number 5, Lupita Nyong'o. Mexico or Kenya. She was born in Mexico, moved to Kenya when she was 1. So, we accepted both. Moving on to round number 3. Bankrupt. To quote, "No country for old men." Wait a minute.
No.
This is The Office. 2 things that nobody has gotten confused before.
How far could you have gotten?
I was thinking I've abandoned my child.
That's from
No Country for
neither.
Old- that's
no,
from-
that's
yeah.
no, it is not.
That's from There Will Be
There
Blood.
will be blood.
Thank you for watching the final episode of Fast Facts Live.
That's all, folks.
Question number 1. I changed it to
Did you
explosions
change it?
in the keynote
But why didn't you do that for the volcano category?
because bankruptcies are like booms and busts. Contributing to both companies' downfalls, Blockbuster had partnered with what notorious bankrupt mega corporation at the turn of the millennium? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Boom! What were the 3 brands General Motors was instructed to sell as a part of bankruptcy reorganization in 2009? You get 1 point each for the correct brand, but if you get even 1 wrong, you get 0 points. So only say the ones you know. 20 seconds. Question number 3. What California company has the distinction of being a publicly traded utility, the direct cause of 2 separate wildfires, and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy twice in the past 20 years? A record we love. Question number 4. Delta acquired most of the assets from what iconic international airline in the early 1990s? You know, last century. And question 5. The largest bankruptcy in American history occurred on September 15th, 2008, when what financial juggernaut went under? And that is it for round number 3. Double or nothing if you frequently confuse The Office, There Will Be Blood, and No Country for Old Men with each other. Behind me is The Wall. You can join The Wall. It shows you on screen and you can interact with people. On there right now are Evan and his wonderful partner, and my aunt and uncle, and my cousin. Hello everyone, thank you for being on The Wall. You can join too, just hit open the wall in ChartyBot. Let's go on to round number 4. And round number 4 is all about social media. A thing we all love and isn't rotting our brains. Question number 1. On what social media site were users immediately assigned their first friend in Tom, the founder of the site? It's not fastfactslive.com, it's something else. Question number 2. What site originally had the face of Al Pacino superimposed with binary numbers on the homepage? Question number 3. Chinese company ByteDance's most popular app is known in China as Douyin, while in the rest of the world it's called what? Question number 4. What social media site has a mascot named after Boston Celtics legend Larry Bird? And there's one more question. Here it is. According to research done by Italian news website TGCom24, what is the most Instagrammed food? That is it for round number 4. Double or nothing if you too were named after Larry Bird. We are going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for rounds 3 and 4. I am going to ask you for money, and we'll have more questions. So don't go anywhere.
I'm very cautious about emailing.
Something that George W. Bush said. I don't know. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, we're back. And this is where I ask you for money. If you want to support Fast Facts Live, you can do so on Patreon at patreon.com/fastfactslive. We have different tiers of support that you can do for as little as $4 a month. You get perks. If you don't want to do it that way, you can support us with really any money amount on Patreon, as little as $1 a month. You don't get any of the perks that come with it, but you still support us. You can also do a one-time financial donation in ChartyBot in the tip jar. Best way that you can support us, though, is by spreading the word, telling your friends, following us on our social medias. Fast Facts Live on all your favorite social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok. Other than that, the only other piece of business that I have is that we have a new episode of In Conclusion coming out tomorrow. Last week's was about Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which means that this week is about Temple of Doom. And our guest, once again, is the man that just appeared on screen, Tom Hillmeyer. I can't speak to the quality of this week's episode because we haven't recorded it yet.
We're recording it right after this.
But it's coming out tomorrow at 8 a.m. So,
Long night.
yeah. Anyway, let's get into the answers for rounds 3 and 4. Bankrupt. I don't really know what this one sounds like. Just random crowd noise?
It was a reaction, a BBC crowd reaction. Ah!
My word!
Yes.
Good heavens! Contributing to both companies' downfalls, Blockbuster had partnered with one notorious bankrupt megacorporation at the turn of the millennium. Enron! That's right, you could power your home with VHS tapes.
They were going to make a Netflix. Too bad that concept never took off.
They could have just bought Netflix.
They could have. I mean, Netflix was just DVDs at the time.
That's true.
But
Did you know that the CEO of Enron's brother, well, the CEO of Enron is Jeffrey Skilling. His brother is Tom Skilling, the lead meteorologist at WGN 9 News in Chicago.
yeah, I knew that because you told me that.
Yes.
At some point in the past.
But I was speaking to the royal you.
Oh,
I never used that correctly, the royal whatever. Question 2. What were the last 3 brands that General Motors was instructed to sell as part of its bankruptcy reorganization in 2009? Those 3 are Saturn, Hummer, and Saab, which coincidentally is the full name of my child.
what's funny, the keyword there is instructed. They were only able to sell Saab. Nobody else wanted to buy Saturn or Hummer. That's why there's a new Hummer coming out.
Oh. That's why the planet's still there.
They kept Pontiac, and then a year later they stopped making Pontiacs.
Yeah.
And Oldsmobile went out of business in 2004. So a
There you
good
go.
4 years before, 5 years before this.
Question 3. What California company has the distinction of being a publicly traded utility, the direct cause of 2 separate wildfires, and filed for bankruptcy twice in the past 20 years? That is PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric Company. Question 4. Delta acquired most of the assets from what iconic international airline in the early 90s? Pan American World Airways, also known as Pan Am, airing this fall on NBC. That was a real show. Margot Robbie
Did it
was
ever
in it.
air?
Yeah, one
Okay.
season.
Okay.
It didn't do well. Same
didn't
season
think
as
so.
the Playboy Club was on NBC.
Oh,
Also didn't do well.
no.
I'm really good at like 2011 NBC lineups.
I think because 2011 was like the year of one season TV shows.
Just bad ideas that get canceled.
Yes!
Yeah. And question 5. The largest bankruptcy in American history, kind of a cancellation, occurred on September 15th, 2008, when what financial juggernaut went under? Lehman Brothers. Sometimes in our lives, we all need somebody to Lehman. Lehman me. This doesn't work, so I'm gonna move on to round 4. Social media. On what social media site were users immediately assigned to their first friend in Tom, the founder of the site? It's MySpace Tom.
Good name.
What was weird is that his first name is MySpace, and that's what he named his website.
Last name Tom. First name MySpace.
Like a sprained ankle, he ain't nothing to play with. I only know that from that Drake Sprite commercial from 2011 that was airing for like 6 years. What site originally had the face of Al Pacino superimposed with binary numbers on the homepage? Facebook was the header. In the social network, they had a picture of Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg there, but in reality, it was Al Pacino. Don't know why. Chinese company ByteDance's most popular app is known in China as Douyin. In America, it's the clock app. TikTok, at Fast Facts Live. What social media site has a mascot named after Boston Celtics legend Larry Bird? That is Twitter. That's right, the mascot's name is Larry. And question 5. According to research done by Italian news website TGCom24, the most Instagram food is pizza. They had stats that I did not look at. Let's move on to the last round. I did my due diligence. The last round is our toss-up round. It could be anything. But will it? Let's see. What was the first cereal created by John Harvey Kellogg, originally created for those housed in the Battle Creek Sanitarium? Question number 2. Which retailer is the top company listed on the Fortune 500? Question number 3. What is the only letter that doesn't begin a single country's name? Question number 4. It is illegal to bury people in what California city, with many burials instead happening in the nearby town of Colma, where the dead outnumber the living 1,000 to 1? Welcome to my short film pitch. And question 5. Adalophobia is the fear of what? That is it for our toss-up category, which means there's only 1.5 questions left. It's time for the Hail Mary, our toughest question of the game. In theory. In practice, it doesn't always turn out that way.
Like to keep you on your toes.
You do.
I feel like you're baiting them to like wager really high that it won't be a hard question.
This is the hardest question we've ever had.
When I write a Hail Mary, I make it the trickiest question I write that week.
Yeah, baby!
I try to, but I have very in-depth knowledge on very limited things, and very limited knowledge on very broad things, so I miss it sometimes. I can't hear it. I just hear, what sounds are going right now?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying! If you haven't placed a wager for the Hail Mary, I'm supposed to give you a category. Vehicles.
There's one person left.
One of you. You hear that, the Lucky Lipomas? You get to know the category while everybody else has already placed
Place
their
a
bets.
wager. Come
Place
on.
a wager, please. We're waiting for you. It's vehicles. There we go, baby. Here's the question. A bathoscape. I'm gonna retry that. A bathoscape.
That was worse.
It was worse, but it's a type of what vehicle? You can read. You tell me what it is. Guess what? It's not over yet. I get to say the word again. What's the furthest distance a bathyscaphe has traveled? This is in case we have a tie. That is it. We have no more questions. We only have answers and scores. So we're going to do a quick final break, score it up, and see who won this week. So don't go anywhere. We're back. Let's waste more time before we get into the answers.
TV sucks.
We've wasted
You're
enough
upset
time.
right
Let's get into
now,
the
so I'll
answers.
pretend you
longer
didn't
than-
say that.
What?
It's so much longer than
The
you think.
TV sucks thing?
TV sucks. Well, it goes TV sucks, and then Homer goes, I know you're really upset right now, so I'm gonna act like you didn't say that.
TV sucks.
I know you're upset right now, so I'll pretend you didn't say that.
Wow, it does. Did I time that right?
I love it.
Ooh, let's go into the answers. Toss up. What cereal was first created? What was the first cereal created by John Harvey Kellogg for those housed in the Battle Creek Sanitarium? It was Corn Flakes. It was also to keep people from having impure carnal thoughts. I don't know how well that worked. Question 2. Which retailer is listed at the top of the Fortune 500? It's Walmart, not Amazon. Surprise. Walmart is gigantic. Not as big as the Burbank IKEA, though. That's bigger. What is the only letter that doesn't begin a single country's name? That is X. I'm trying to think, is there any other way that X is pronounced? Not?
No,
That's 0.
That's 0. Z is Z. I think that's the only other one. I think
Oh,
Z is the
I was
only
thinking tic-tac-toe because some people call it knots and crosses.
one. So a knot would be a 0 and
A
a
cross.
would be an X.
Yeah, but we're just talking about X-Man. Not the X-Men, X-Man. X. Countries. Question 4. It's illegal to bury people in what California city, with many burials instead happening in the nearby town of Colma, where the dead outnumber the living 1,000 to 1. It's illegal to bury people in San Francisco. They banned burials after the earthquake in 1906 and the fire because bodies came up. And that should only happen in the apocalypse. And question 5. Aidophobia is the fear of what? It's the fear of bodies coming up. No, just kidding. It's the fear of imperfection. Something that I never have to deal with. Remember when I said that it was There Will Be Blood? Like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Still perfect. Hail Mary! A bathyscaphe, perfect, is a type of what vehicle? It's a submarine. Specifically, it's one that you can shower in. No, what is it? I don't know.
I think it's just a type of submarine.
Oh. Needlessly pedantic.
Like, it's one that can go super deep. It's it's like a submersible, but like one that's specifically designed to go very deep, I think.
Neat. I call those sinky boats. And the tiebreaker. We didn't have a tie, but here it is just in case. What is the furthest distance a bathyscaphe has traveled? 35,813 feet.
The bottom of the Marianas Trench.
Ah, you know who was in it? James Cameron.
He took one down there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was only kind of a joke. Unlike me, wholly a joke. Let's go in and see who won this week. Starting from the bottom, like Drake didn't. In 14th place, we have Team 1 with a fitting 1 point. In 13th, Mila has 2 points. In a tie for 11th, we have Saturn's Moon Titan and Singular Olaf Cool Kid with 5 points. With 10 points, we have the Lucky Lipomas in 10th, also fitting. In 9th, Flew Away has 21 points. In 8th, Too Much Asparagus has 22 points. 22 Much Asparagus. In 7th, Tumbleweeds have 26. In 6th, Screen Porch Trivia Team have 28. In 5th, California Here They Come has 30 points. In 4th, Berserkly has 31 points. In 3rd, Tiny Earthquake Medium Shock has 32 points. In 2nd, Mama Boomer's Back has 36 points, which means in 1st place with 40 points, it is the Puzzling Dramagoons, this week's winner of Fast Facts Live. Congratulations to the Puzzling Dramagoons. As the winner, you will be receiving a $10 Amazon gift card just in time to spend on Prime Day next year.
Well, they get 15. They're a patron.
They get 15. That's a perk of being a patron. If they weren't a patron, it'd only be $10, but because they're a patron, they do get a $15 Amazon gift card. So congrats to the Puzzling Dramagoons. Thank you all for playing this week. It was very fun. Thank you to our social media manager, Molly von Eschenbach, our Twitch czar, Dennis Tracy, and to you, Tom, for producing the show.
Thank you for hosting.
You're welcome. We will be back next week with a very special edition of Fast Facts Live, Fast Facts Coast to Coast. Because you know the two coasts,
Should make a logo for that.
the Pacific and Michigan. Tom will be here and I will be in California, so we're going to do a country crossing episode of Fast Facts Live. It's sure to be something, so get ready for that.
Hopefully Spectrum can handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, download speeds are fine.
Hopefully both spectrums can handle it.
I don't know if they have Spectrum. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, and get vaccinated. Bye-bye.